Well, welcome back everybody. I'm going to be doing a little bit of a how-to here. This neck is the lefty neck for Mike Dojak. He's getting the T-Class Deluxe. He's out of Brantford, playing in a band there, and they sound pretty good. Anyways, we're using the truoil over the amber dye, and I applied by finger method. And this is no longer available in Canada. As of a couple months ago, I had been in contact with the company, and they said because of the Canadian product laws that they have across the border, that they are not going to be offering their chemical products any longer. So you'll have to find another source for the true oil, or you'll go to a Danish oil or something else. So I got myself a larger supply of it here. You can get it off eBay, so it isn't really an issue. Or if you live near the border, you can always drive across and get it that way. Anyways, the neck here is a lefty T-Class, and this has 2 amber sessions on it. What I do is I'll do an initial amber, and I will let that dry. I'll sand it back, similar to how you would pop the grain in a flame maple top, and then I'll apply secondary amber dye, which helps bring up some of that 3D effect, which will only be enhanced once you get the true oil happening. It's called chatoyance, I believe, and it's just how the light reflects through the layer of finish and how it refracts. It's quite an amazing thing to see. Anyways, I'm going to get the camera set up on the tripod so that I can have my hands free, and then we'll get at it. Okay, one of the things that I've done when I work with the truoil, just a bit of a hint, is I don't open the whole top. I just put a pinhole in there, you can see it there, and I just squeeze up the amount that I need onto my finger and start working with it. The more air that gets in there, it'll start to skin over a lot quicker. Well, the other thing I do once I'm done is I'll squeeze the bottle, get some of the air out, I'll put the cap back on, and then I'll store it upside down. That seems to help as well. So just a bit of a little bit of a trick there for you. So anyways, we're going to get started. It's a fairly simple process. You're just applying it by finger, letting the wood soak it up. Now the reason why I do the top face of the neck is because I found when I was starting to use the true oil, working between the frets was a real pain. It was real difficult to get a really nice smooth finish, which is what my goal was, or I'm sure most guys would want a smooth finish between the frets. So I thought, well, what I'm going to do is I'll start doing the majority of the true oil on the face of the neck, and then I'll recut my slots, and then I'll install the frets, and that's half the battle taken care of. Once all the true oil has been done, I'll do a few layers of clear lacquer, water-based lacquer, and that will seal in the frets from any moisture from playing, and it'll take care of also when I apply the decal on the headstock. It won't degrade the water slide decal I use. I found that the true oil eats away at the decal, so I need that barrier coat to work with. And so this will get about 3 layers of true oil, and it'll really begin to pop up the figure really quickly, especially with the 2-session amber dyeing that I do. I don't know that most guys do it in this method, but I find it's the most easiest and compatible to work with, and it just comes off really good. And I'm not too worried about finger streaking. There isn't much. Most of it's getting soaked into the neck wood, and I think you can sort of start to see already there how nice this neck's going to be once it's done. Anyways, I'm going to finish that up, and probably come the 3rd session we'll have another look at it and just see how it's coming along. Okay, so the 1st session of true oil application has been done, and I'm going to let that sit overnight, or I may get another session in later on tonight. It's still relatively early, and you may be thinking that I'm could run into trouble with having too much truoil. It'll thicken up the neck, and then when I cut my slots, I'm not going to get a true seating on the wood. This is going to be the coats are going to be really thin, so that is not going to be an issue. And then once that's all done and I've got my frets installed, I can clean them up with my edge sander, and I can add the round and get all the beveling and that taken care of, and it trues everything up and cleans it up, and then I just work the rest of the neck. And it's a pretty fail-safe method, I find, and like I say, it gives you a nice surface to work with in between the frets without much hassle trying to do that by hand after the fact of fretting. This is getting a bullet adjustment, and really nice, stable, nice piece of neck here. It's going to be stunning once it's done. It's going to complement the dark walnut body that's part of this build. And to you, Mike, thank you for your patience. I know you're real excited, and the closer we get to finishing it, I'll get more excited as well. In the meantime, stay safe, and we will talk to you all later. Bye-bye now.